Hi, I'm David Beatty. Welcome back to Talk 21. We're going to talk about technology today. We touched upon it on one of the last episodes. And here's my co host.
Sam John, how's it going, guys? So this is an interesting topic. The industry's changing a lot, but let's not forget about pen and paper. I think the meeting with clients, the one-on-one engagements, when you're sitting down with them, working an offer, you can actually see their feelings, see their emotions, see what's going through their head. In our business, being in sales, a lot of part has to do with the mental thought, the aspect. You can kind of read what people are thinking,
Yep.
and it's a beautiful part of the transaction, which things are becoming easier with electronic signatures and offers,
Right.
but I feel like I
The human touch is still good.
the human touch is great, and I don't want that to disappear.
Right.
But the industry is definitely changes. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
Yeah, it's definitely changing, and I think it's definitely for the better. With the technology and electronic signatures, especially, it's kind of revolutionized the way we get documents in and out of negotiation processes, and it's definitely a good thing because I remember countless nights like going into multiple offers, whether I'd be sitting in the kitchen table with clients for 3 hours. It's a bit time. It was a bit much.
I love that, man.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was
was
so much fun.
it was good, but it was sometimes a bit much when we were waiting for that last revised offer,
Oh, yeah.
and it would come like at midnight. Everybody's tired. You got young families putting their kids to
Yeah, for
bed.
sure. That's
It, it
difficult.
was. It was. It. This has definitely helped with that. But then you have some instances too when you're representing buyers and you're sitting at a coffee shop with your clients for the better part of the whole night, or you'd have to sit at the curbside of the house
You'd
that
be
you
out,
were.
you'd be
You'd be
outside at the
waiting.
front door. You'd
You'd
be
be waiting, and then
for
you'd
your
have to
turn.
get the paperwork and run to a client who might have been a 50-minute drive away, so on and so forth. So with that part of it, I think it's a blessing, and I feel like when agents complain about having to dial up a document on for electronic signatures and how cumbersome
Yeah.
it was, I kind of say to them, you have no idea what we used to do before, especially
Yeah.
the newer agents. So it's definitely a good thing, but absolutely human interaction is good. You can definitely still read it through phone calls and even some FaceTiming and or WhatsApp. All these new platforms for communicating are all there, and I feel like you could still get it, especially if you're on a video. But sometimes it is lost.
Yeah.
It
I
is
mean,
lost, and they have time to think about things before they get back to you. But when you're together, you can get the original reaction right away, which we kind of don't see that much
and if
anymore.
you're able to, like, obviously get the deal done, that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah,
Once you finalize the deal, you're together, and
yeah,
you share that moment.
yeah,
Whether it's through a glass of wine, hugs,
yeah, yeah.
family. You just see the joy through everybody. That's the.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why I do this, right? The presentation of the listings online has been,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, that's a blessing in our industry. Come on, like, I mean, the videos and the walkthroughs and matter reports, the measurements.
absolutely.
Before we were going with tape measures. Remember, we're
Yeah,
going to the
yeah.
house. What's the room size? This, that.
Yep.
So now that technology has really,
Right.
like,
All right, let's talk about the age of buyers and sellers. Now, it may be challenging for you, the new technology, but what about if you get the older generation?
Yeah.
That you're going to tell them electronically sign this,
Yeah.
or check your email there, and they don't have it.
No, that's
How do you
the.
guys feel about that?
I mean, that's again, it's totally fine. Like, I don't mind going to them to cater to their needs, whatever they need. I will provide it. Like, I have no problem driving to wherever I got to drive if they don't have the access to technology,
Is
right?
Century 21 Fine Living both? Can you get an actual paper signature, or does it have to only be electronic?
No,
No,
you can,
we can do both.
you
I can write the agreement with my hand if I
Do
want to.
all real estate agents do that?
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as the file's complete and abides by the RICO rules and regulations.
Yeah.
You can handwrite it, the whole agreement,
Yeah.
full listing agreement, everything you want, as long as it's executed properly and all initials and signatures in
Signatures
the
are
right
done.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fine.
not a big
And
deal.
then lastly, full circle, in order to sell a property now, you must have professional photos, you must have professional video, and you absolutely must have some sort of a paperwork as a brochure, a pamphlet, a
Yeah.
sheet, something. Do you believe that if you miss one of those fundamental steps, you're not gonna get it sold?
Since COVID and since like a little bit of the declining market, we need to definitely have all our market initiatives in place, which would mean like the videos, the brochures, the drone photography, still photography, Matterport technologies, any of that sort is all very helpful. It brings information to the light of our clients, and they're able to see it all. And it's just the value proposition as agents you need to bring. Like, the market's a bit soft. You got to bring these all to the table. If you don't sell the property, you're not wondering if any of these things were implemented would have helped. So we have to do it all. We have to do it all, and we do it all here.
Yeah, I also think that shouldn't have changed from before. It should have been done always, right? We've always done. We've
have.
always provide every
We have.
listing with the proper way. Professional photos. I never took. If it was like that we shouldn't even have that topic. Of
Right.
course, they have to be professional. We've done the works always.
but we've-
Before COVID, when we first started to now,
Right.
nothing's changed
I mean,
in between.
some technologies changed, so it made it better and
Yes.
more professional. But you're right. But we've seen listings when things were just selling, we saw people take photos of houses with their cell phone.
I
Like,
saw a
it's-
listing that came out. I'm watching the building. If you guys see the photos, you won't believe it. It's unbelievable.
Good or bad?
Horrible. First of all, there's like people in the picture. Like it's I don't even know how to describe it. And instead of putting an invoice of a renovation they did, there's an invoice from a mechanic shop in one of their photos.
Wow. Why would they have an invoice at all?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to show some work that they did to the condo. I'm
Wow.
not really sure. But there's an invoice for a car repair in one of the
Yeah.
photos on MLS.
Yeah, I don't know if it's easier now. Like I think the technology definitely helps. The forecast in the economy is one big aspect, so that's what's driving more of the buyers and sellers. But there's definitely the advancements in the technologies helped. But sometimes back in the olden days, like maybe taking an ad in a local community paper, some flyers handed out to the community, that's all people were doing because it wasn't. Now we have an abundance of different mediums to promote ourselves, and here we are. We're trying to do all of them. And I think the printed media and flyers, I don't know how effective that is. I mean, I'm not going to discount it. Door knocking is important. Being in people's face is important.
Yep.
Taking an ad in a local paper, hoping that somebody's going to look at it,
That I kind of think is.
it's more
irrelevant.
effective. I think it's more effective. You want to door knock with promoting a new listing in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Just listed. Here we are. My name is Dave. You don't have to tell me if you're buying or selling, but I want to invite you to this listing. I want you to come and see it. I'm having an open house this weekend. Come
Or
by and take a look.
if you know anybody who's
you're in
looking to
their
move in,
face.
yeah.
Yeah, they're in their face, and you're just getting your name out there. And it's not a hard sell. It's just about bringing awareness to the listings, bringing awareness to you as a professional in the community that you work in. And all you can do is work at all these initiatives and pick and choose which ones, and a variety of all of them are very helpful.
You can find me at Sam Genova Real Estate on Instagram.
And I'm Dave Vitti from Century 29 Fine Living, and you can find me at C21 Fine Living Realty.
And we'll see you on the next episode.